Once, there was a beautiful bride named Betty. She lived in a grand estate with her wealthy family and was set to marry a wealthy businessman, Henry. The day of the wedding arrived. And as Betty was getting dressed in her bridal suit, she felt a chill go down her spine. She saw the reflection of an old woman in her mirror with a sinister look in her eyes. Frightened, Betty tried to ignore the woman in her reflection and finished getting ready for her wedding. When it came time for Betty to walk down the aisle, she stopped abruptly and gasped at what she saw. At the back of the church stood an old woman wearing a long white dress and veil, her eyes fixed upon Betty. The guests were horrified by this strange figure and did not know what to make of it. Some believed it was an omen, while others assumed it was a ghost. Betty was too scared to move, but Henry ran to her side, took her hand and said, "Come on, let's get married. Nothing is going to stop us now." And so, the wedding proceeded, though Betty couldn't help but feel a chill every time she looked into the direction of the mysterious woman. After the ceremony, Betty and Henry returned to their estate, and soon enough, Betty had forgotten all about the strange woman at the back of the church. However, the nightmare was far from over. Weeks later, Betty began having horrible nightmares in which she found herself in a black forest, being chased by the mysterious old woman. These nightmares continued every night, until Betty eventually confronted the woman in her dream. The old woman told Betty that she wanted revenge because Betty had stolen her rightful place as the bride. Betty awoke with a start in her own bed, safe and sound. She never experienced the nightmare again, though the memory always stayed with her. To this day, Betty still wonders who the frightening woman in white dress was and why she wanted her revenge.